There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow. And the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. I am standing in my newly painted and refreshed homeschool room, and today's video is sponsored by Built Bar. I'm going to tell you guys about the new flavor that Built Bar just released and I tried for the first time and I'm absolutely obsessed with. But I am standing in my new homeschool room, and if you guys have been watching videos on my channel, I've been doing like a little series. We didn't need to do anything major in here. I wanted to like be smart financially and not just buy all new furniture because it would make the video really great for you guys. So we just needed to refresh our space. The walls in this schoolroom needed to be repainted. I wanted to reorganize it and just refresh it a little bit. You guys will see in this video how I did that. All in all, I probably spent less than $300 on new things for the schoolroom, one of which was an office chair that I desperately needed. That was over $100 itself. So in actuality, I probably spent even less than $200. Like, we just worked with what we had. I rearranged things. I did get a few new things just to breathe some new energy into our schooling space, since we do spend so much time up here. But I also wanted to include in this video why we have a homeschooling room. I think a lot of people get a little bit confused, like, do you have to have a homeschool room to homeschool? And so I'm going to touch a little bit on that before we get into the video. But I want to tell you guys about Built Bar. So if you have been watching for, you know, forever, you guys know I love my Built Bars. They are my absolute favorite protein bar, hands down. There is no other bar that tastes as good as Built Bar does, has the best texture ever that Built Bar does, and that helps me curb my sweet tooth as well as Built Bar does. So their new flavor, I have it right here. You guys will be seeing me snacking on these as we head back into our homeschool year, because protein bars, they help me meet my macros and my nutritional goals, which you guys know is a big part of my life. And so I need protein bars to be able to get to where I want to be, and Built Bar is my favorite. Every bar has at least 17 grams of protein in it, so they are also going to keep you full if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to just be healthier. Grab this instead of a candy bar and you will see an instant a really big improvement. So Rocky Road is the new flavor and it is so good. I tried it. I absolutely love it. So Rocky Road has 150 calories, 17 grams of protein. There's no preservatives and they are made with natural flavors. This one does have nuts in it, so be sure to read the allergen information if you have allergies. But it says right on the label, satisfy your cravings 100% guilt-free, and that is absolutely the truth. So I will have a link and a coupon code to Built Bar down below for you guys. You can use my code Ashley15 to save 15% off your Built Bar order. So many of you guys have ordered Built Bars. You always share it with me like, ooh, I ordered those bars and I am absolutely hooked. So many of you guys have ordered them and your husbands have become absolutely hooked. Jake loves Built Bar too. So we are just huge fans in our house, and that is why I continue to work with them, because I absolutely love them. So all the information for Built Bar will be down below. Get yourself a box before you start your homeschool year, so you can just grab a quick bar in the morning when you're getting hungry and power through your homeschool days. All right, so now to address my thoughts on homeschool rooms. So, do you need a homeschool room to homeschool? Absolutely not. Have I homeschooled at my dining room table? Yes, I absolutely have. Do we still homeschool at my dining room table? Yes, we do. Have I homeschooled in small spaces where I haven't had a ton of room? Yes, I have. Have I homeschooled in houses and spaces where I have more room? Yes, I have. So the moral of the story is you can homeschool no matter what kind of house you have, no matter what kind of home you live in, no matter what. You can homeschool on your bed, you can homeschool on your couch, you can homeschool in a library, you can homeschool wherever whatever space you have. Do not let space or lack of space be a deterrent to homeschooling. With that being said, I do enjoy having a homeschool room, and the need or the feel of like we need a designated homeschool room really it's really more of a priority now that my kids are older than it was when they were younger. When they were younger, I loved having all of them gathered around the dining room table, and I just was able to get up and go around one big table. And we did that for the majority of their subjects when all of my kids were in elementary school and younger, and that worked really, really, really well, and I loved it. And those are some of my most cherished homeschooling memories, was just sitting around with all of my kids at the table, which is why we do morning basket or morning cart still downstairs at the dining room table, because I just love that feel of all of my kids gathered around me, us learning together as a family, reading scripture, doing all those things. So that is what worked really well when my kids were younger. As my kids have gotten older, my children need to have their own space to work on their designated subjects. As my kids have gotten older, they've gotten more textbooks. As my kids have gotten older, they've started using laptops and iPads. And so all of that is just really nice to have set up on a desk and not have to bring up and down, or have the distractions of being able to look at each other's iPads, or computer screens, or whatever the case might be. So we find that doing all of our group work together downstairs, Bible, history, science, downstairs, together as a family, around the table as a group. We've done the couch, but we prefer the table. And then coming upstairs is where they work on their individual grade level work. And that's just what works really well for my kids. Also, homeschooling, even though I would consider myself like a semi-minimal homeschooler, like I don't have shelves and shelves of curriculum. I clean out my bookshelf every single year. I keep it like pared down. We definitely need a space for all of the stuff, like all of our materials, our printer, our whiteboard, our science, word wall, our extra curriculum, all of our art supplies, like all of that. And so all of that gets housed in the homeschool room. And my office, my work desk is in our homeschool room. So it really is like an office space, a creative space. It's more than just like a homeschool room. So I wanted to share with you guys why we choose to do it that way. I wanted to share how I've done it in the past. And if you're new to my channel and you're like, oh, I would love to see how her space looked when she first started, like go to the bottom of all the playlists and you will find my oldest videos, and that's where you'll be able to see that. So we are gonna jump into the tour because I am super excited to share it with you guys. If you're looking for Pinterest-worthy inspiration, you will not find it here. This is a realistic homeschool room, and I definitely cleaned it before filming this because of course you would. But yeah, this space, I love the paint colors. I feel like it's refreshed and renewed, but it is not like aesthetic perfect, like all the same matching wood tones. Like that stuff is just not important to me. So just a disclaimer, if any of you are looking for that, you probably don't want to watch this tour. But we're gonna jump in and I will show you guys around my homeschool room. I will do my best to link to all the things that you guys might want to check out down below. So be sure to check out the links to Built Bar and then anything in the homeschool room. That'll all be down below. All right, you guys, we are going to kick off this updated homeschool room tour on this end of our schoolroom. You guys know that I did a little revamp. We did some painting, a lot of painting. We did some just changes out of a few decor items, but you'll notice that all of the furniture, if you watched last year's tour, is the exact same. We didn't buy new furniture. That wasn't something we needed to do. I mean, of course, it's fun to completely overhaul a space, but it's not really financially responsible, and we didn't have a need for that. So my goal with redoing our space was to just freshen it up, breathe life into it, make it a little more, I don't know, I don't know what the word is, sophisticated, a little more, I don't know, a little more grown up, I guess we could call it. And I'm really happy with how everything turned out with the rearranging of the furniture. So this is the final video in the series that I've been doing for you guys. So if you want to see like how we started painting, what colors we chose, all of that good stuff, there will be other videos before this one, but this is the final tour. So we are going to start over here at this desk. So I get asked all the time where the desks and the chairs are from. So this desk is from IKEA. The chair is also from IKEA. I did add a fun little pillow to the chair for no other reason than I just like doing that. It's not going to serve a purpose. I know it'll end up on the floor, but you know, sometimes we do things for cute. On top of the desk, my son has his bin. We've got these 3 years ago, still the same one, haven't purchased different ones. And inside are his materials that fit in there. And then on top, he just has his homeschool binder, which I did a whole video on. And then his desk has like his pens and pencils inside it. And just to, you know, show you guys something, like this is how he keeps his desk, and so we're just keeping it that way. I mean, I try to keep it from overflowing, but I am not gonna, you know, police the inside desk drawer every week of school. So we do like a clean out, and then as long as he can find what he needs, we let that go. So you can tell that the paint color here is that agreeable gray. I told you guys that's the color we went with, and we did a satin because it needed to be wipeable. If you wanna see how disgusting the walls were, watch the other videos. But up here we just have our Cavallini Paper Company posters. I moved the National Parks one that we also had up here into my boys' room. So that is what is above these two desks. This is my oldest daughter's desk. Again, IKEA. These chairs are from Target. I don't know if they're sold anymore. I'll do my best to link to things. The pillow, again, is from the Target dollar spot. She has her homeschool binder here, and then she has all of her stuff that she's gonna need for her upcoming school year in her desk already. So I've organized that for her. So each drawer kind of has its own purpose, and then down here is just like a catch-all space where she's got some different things. She's got her headphones here, her blue light glasses, a little weekly pad that I'm going to hopefully get her to use, and some additional notebooks down there. And then this is the basket that she puts any loose work that I need to grade at the end of the week. So I grade all of my high schoolers' assignments, which still is so weird to say, at the end of the week. We started doing that in 8th grade, and that worked out really well. So that's everything over here. Just back up for you guys. I wanted to keep it really clean after painting. I just debated on, do I even want to put things back on the walls? And a lot of you guys said, yeah, do it. So that's what we added back there. You'll notice that a lot of this stuff is exactly the same, but I did kind of pare down some of the, I did kind of pare down the decor just because as the school year goes on and the kids create things they're proud of, we're gonna, you know, add on, and I just didn't want it to be super cluttered. So if you watch last year's tour, you'll see that these are in a completely new location. I actually had my younger two kids' desks here on this wall, but I went ahead and changed it up, and then On the art line up top, I actually displayed a lot of different posters that I want to display up there. There's no artwork up there now. So we'll see if we end up keeping that, or maybe I'll add an art line over there. I'm not sure. As the year progresses, that thing was really hard for my husband to hang up, so he might not want to do that. But down here, we just have our homeschool library. Now, I've told you guys so many times in the past that I clean this thing out regularly because I just cannot keep all of the books. So you guys, I've sold a lot of books, but these are all about like 2 layers deep, and then my kids all have a bookshelf in their room. So these are not all of our books, but this is just like a good little collection that we keep. And again, like real life, it's organized, but it's not, you know, picture perfect or color coded or anything. These are organized by level, and these are like picture books. These are just miscellaneous chapter books. The Good and the Beautiful library is really what encompasses that whole top shelf. Over here I have just the globes that I like. I just love the look of globes, and then I went ahead and put our answers series under here. Love those, so my kids can grab them. They're just out for them to see. Put up the Declaration of Independence there. On top, I have my new printer. I got this the middle of last homeschool year, and this is one of those purchases that I should have made year 1 of homeschooling, and I'm actually really mad at myself that I waited as long as I did. This is the Epson 3760. I got it at Costco on sale. It is hands down the best printer I've ever had. It works perfectly, no issues. I have printed thousands of pages, and you guys can see like the ink it's amazing. It's one of those things that you're like, why did I wait so long to get? So I highly recommend that. And then next to it is just our shell collection. Down below this, I have all of my things for poetry tea time in that basket. And then we just have our little nature tray down there. I used to have that sitting up here, but I wanted the printer to be more accessible because my older kids are printing things out often. And so I just moved that down there. That might get a new home as the year progresses, but that is what is in that shelf. So moving along onto this one, I again have another thing that I've had in my homeschool for years, and that is this incredible pencil sharpener. If you don't have this, it's linked on my Amazon. A lot of this stuff will be linked on my Amazon page. This pencil sharpener is the best. My kids have put it through the ringer, and it's incredible, works wonderfully. We have all of our color pencils here, and then I just have a gray basket. You guys will notice I use a lot of different baskets in my homeschool room just because I feel like it helps. I like the way it looks, and then it also just helps things feel more organized and contained. So these are some books that I know we're gonna go through, and so I put them in here. And then I just have coloring books, and I just printed this out that I'm gonna put these up when we start back to school. And then these are some really cool mats that I found when we were traveling this summer. We're gonna be doing the Constitution course from the Good and the Beautiful, and so how incredible is that mat that shows all the different signers of that. So down below here, you guys have seen this if you've been around my channel for a while. Like I said, we use our stuff. I am not going to get rid of furniture for the sake of making a new video for you guys. Sorry. But yeah, this is like the art. A lot of you guys ask me, do I still have an art cart? And no, I don't. I have like an art shelf now. So all of our drawing books from the Good and the Beautiful, our watercolor markers from Arteza, there's acrylic paints in there, crayons right there. We're almost ready to not have crayons anymore. We're almost there. My kids definitely prefer other art materials now. There's just some miscellaneous pencils in there and additional supplies. There's origami paper in there, paintbrushes, watercolor markers, acrylic paints, some more paints back there. So basically the art cart became an art cabinet. And then down below we have all of our different papers that you need. I actually need to get some more watercolor paper, and then we have watercolor palettes right there. So that is everything that is in here. And then I just moved a fake fiddle leaf tree over here. I just thought the corner needed something, and I love bringing greenery in. And then I have like these little twinkle lights. You can't see them because it's daytime on here, but I thought that on a cloudy or you know, those few cloudy days we get a year, it would be nice to turn those lights on and have them on the tree. I moved the sign that I got from Magnolia a few years ago onto the blue wall because white, it just stood out really well there. Now onto our main like board area. When I was redoing the room, my husband was like, I'm not moving the art line and I'm not moving that. So we had to stick with it, but I've pared it down quite a bit. So this is where we will keep our vocabulary science words. I got that at Hobby Lobby and I liked it because of the wood and the natural look to it. We just have a whiteboard here with the weekly planner from Arteza. I have that linked on Amazon for you guys. These fun garlands I got at Trader Joe's around the holidays, so keep a lookout for them. I feel like they'll be back. Ohana means family is a Disney quote, and I liked that it was gray, black, and white, so got that at Hobby Lobby last year. And then I just have this brown paper calendar, and then our clock, of course, and then like I showed you guys up top, just that art line that I went ahead and put the pledge on, and then just that laminated verse, and then the US presidents up there. So just holding those things for now. So now moving over onto this side of the wall, I have my son's desk here. Basically the same thing, IKEA chair, IKEA desk, latchmate bin from Michael's, have had them for years, homeschool binder on top, all of his curriculum inside, and then his desk, we just cleaned it out yesterday because he loves to create, and so his desk is just always bursting full. But again, I am not going to ask my kids to keep, you know, containers. Like if your kids enjoy that, that's fine, but that would just be really stressful for me. So inside of the desk is very real life. You guys will notice this brown cube bookshelf that I have here was actually over there last year. We moved it into the center here because I felt that the height of this shelf, the lighting, it's morning, it's so hard to get good lighting, there we go. I felt the height of the shelf here was really useful because the wall space is almost like the perfect width. So I thought that that would work really well, not to mention when you come up my stairs right there, that is the first thing that you see. So I got this wooden cube storage from Costco a few years ago, and then I just picked up some fresh bins. These are the Better Homes and Gardens ones from Walmart. So down in here, I have additional folders, binders, composition notebooks that we will be utilizing, but I'm just keeping them in there for the time being. This accordion storage is for anything that I want to save when my kids finish it, and then at the end of the school year I empty that out. Down here I just have a basket with some geography and grammar cards from the Good and the Beautiful. Above this is some additional books that we'll be reading this year, so I just put them in there. This is like my Basset Hound shelf my kids have made me. They made that for Mother's Day. My son drew that years ago, and then this was like a little gift that they got me, and so we just put it there because it's fun. In here I have more Basset Hound things and some additional books and like answer keys in here. And then over here are my homeschool mom binder where I keep just a record of everything. This is the shelf of curriculum we'll be using this year. It's just like, you know, I'm not going to give my daughter all of her high school language arts. I'm going to hand those to her one at a time. So these are all things we will be using this year. Up above, I have just this paper organizer. I got this at Home Goods years ago, and this is like my little section. So I've got all my different notepads and envelopes, to-do lists, our laptop right there, some essential oils in this little gray basket. This is additional curriculum as well. So you guys probably wonder, like, do I keep all the curriculum we finish? No, I don't. Once we're done with it, I pass it on. So all I have for additional curriculum is here and here, and that is it. I just cannot keep all the things. And for me, I know I'm not having any more children, so there's really no point in me keeping something once my youngest has moved on from it, other than it's sentimental and hard to let go of. So up here, I just have a diffuser, a plant. This was something new that I added. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It's a quote from Benjamin Franklin. The Abraham Lincoln one I got last year, and then we have our American flag there. And then this little squirrel or chipmunk, I don't know, he's here. And this is like something that I got my very first year of homeschooling, and so it's like special to me because I've had it in all of my spaces that I have homeschooled, because there's been a lot of different spaces that I've done school with my kids over the years. So now moving on, this is my desk, but my kids do utilize my desk for math. It has our desktop computer on it, and so yeah, 4 kids, 2 computers. We are adding 1 more, so we will have 3, but yes, they do work here, but this is where I work also. So I did go ahead and get myself a new chair. This came from Wayfair, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It was very affordable, and it is very comfortable. I was editing videos for years in an extra dining room chair right here because I'll just rather spend the money on other people. And my husband was like, you need to get a new chair. So I finally did, and I'm, again, like the printer, why did I wait so long? So I have my chair here. It does roll, and it actually does roll pretty well, even though we're on pretty plush carpet up here. Down here, this is my little basket underneath the desk. It has all my things in there, from work-related things to my business expense tracker. I got a little mini Latchmate bin like my kids to keep like my highlighters and things that I use. Our trash can is down there. You guys will see, like, I just use baskets for organization, but it's not, you know, anything crazy. In here is just like miscellaneous office things, my glasses, that type of thing. Down here are all of our headphones. I just keep them there because when the kids work on the computer, they're generally using headphones. On top of my desk, I just have these few little organizers, and then that sign that says, yes, you can, and all of the pencils that I keep track of as I hand them out to my children. If you watch my supply video, you'll catch that joke. Over here, I did get this new plant from Trader Joe's. I just love it. And I've been doing much better at keeping indoor plants alive, so I felt like we can add a new one to our schoolroom. And then I just have this brown basket here for anything additional we need to put in there. It's actually has just some clipboards in it right now. So this is my laundry room. Very convenient to have that near the school space. So now we're on the other side of the wall, and this is the art cart. That is no longer the art cart. So up top, I just have these little containers. These are rulers, dry erase markers, glue sticks, a plant, Sharpies, and some extra highlighters there. In the center here, I have a ton of whiteboards for my kids. Down below, we have the erasers and all of their calculators that have not been opened, and then an additional stand for typing lessons. That's really what we use that for. And I put it there because my youngest daughter is going to sit here this year, and she is the one that will be doing typing. So she has the other teal chair like her sister. They came in a set of 2 from Target. We've had them forever. And white desk from IKEA, Latchmate bin from Michael's, homeschool binder, additional notebooks, and just a pillow for fun. I moved, well, this map was on this wall, but it was a little more over this direction with my desk over it, if you guys recall from last year. So I went ahead and centered it. I love that map. I got it at Hobby Lobby. And then I added this greenery above it, which I really love. That greenery was on another wall in here, so I just moved it over there. Now, The real motivation behind reorganizing the schoolroom was figuring out a place where I could have my youngest daughter's desk be right next to this chair. And that may sound silly, but when you're spending as many hours a day as I am, it is important to have a comfortable chair, and I just was tired of sitting on a hard dining room chair for as many hours as I was, because my kids get up and down and do different things, but I'm kind of stationary. So I got this chair at Costco a few years ago and I love it. It's so comfortable, but I wanted to be able to be right next to her, and so that was like why we created this little corner. So we have our little ottoman there for my feet, and then the comfortable chair. I love this pillow. I love the colors on it. I got it in the Target dollar spot. That's something new. And then this little metal stand right here just for setting a drink on or whatever. I was really happy to find that because it matches the teal chairs perfectly. And I actually got that at Five and Below for $5. So I was really, really excited to find that. Above here, I also have something new that I was very excited about. I saw this from Angie on her, I think it was her vlog channel. So this Gathered Nest. She talked about this artist and her storybook prints, and I absolutely loved them. So I went and got these colorful frames at Hobby Lobby when they were 50% off. And then I let my kids choose the maps that they wanted. So we have 3 maps, and it goes all the way up right here, right above my chair. And so I just love those muted, soft colors. And I thought it just really rounded out that corner well, which you guys can see like a good overview of here. So then the last little bit is I moved the sign right there that talks about the most important work you will ever do will be within the walls of your own home. That quote is up there, and that is the summary of our homeschool room. So you can tell where we've painted and where we haven't, because real life, this will all eventually be painted, but in sections. So just a little overview for you guys going around the room. I really love, I know the lighting gets weird. I really love how the blue turned out over there, and this wall here. And it just feels clean and fresh and ready for a new year of schooling and spending tons of time up here. And we just love it. So my kids love it. My daughter told me she loves how it turned out, and I think it's really fun. The last thing I wanted to mention is that I did change out the area rug in here. Like I said, this is very plush carpet, so it's not for comfort, it's just for decor. I took the rug that was up here and put it downstairs. So this rug came from Home Goods. It was not expensive. And I just love that it contained like all the colors. You'll see it. The orange pulled from the brown chair. The blue obviously pulls all the different shades of blue I have. There's even some like soft pink right there, which pulls the frames, and the yellow, and I just loved it. And then I went ahead and got 2 of these floor cushions from Walmart. These are Better Homes and Gardens. I got yellow and I got like this dusty blue, and we'll see if we use them a lot. I thought when my kids do their personal reading or really just anything, they might want to sit on those. So we'll see how much they get used and how they hold up, but they weren't very expensive. They were $29, so it wasn't really anything crazy, but I love the color that it adds to the room, and I think it just looks really nice here in the center. Very cozy and inviting, because although this is our homeschooling room, my kids come up here to create, draw, play. This is a space that is used in our house. It's not just only when we're schooling. So I just wanted to have it look nice and maybe be a little more mature looking, and just, you know, I just wanted to freshen it up. And so I did that with just a few new touches, a new rug, a couple new pillows, just reorganizing things I already had, a new plant, a $5 stand, and a new office chair. That was really all I ended up buying. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a tour of my homeschooling room. If you have any more questions about anything you see here, be sure to post them down below. Make sure you check out the links to Built Bar. You guys will absolutely love them as you're finishing up your summers and starting back to school. Can have a healthy, tasty treat for your afternoon or morning, just to keep you on track if you're trying to, you know, get into a workout routine as you start back to school. But all that information for Built Bar will be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up before you go, and I will see you all in my next video really soon. Bye, guys.